Alright, can I talk about this one more time without anybody getting mad? Thanks. I've said this before and I'll say it again, guaranteeing a player a lethal and tactical without any trade-off is a bad idea. A lot of gunfights end or are started with explosive or concussion damage, making the engagement feel cheap, unfair, and downright cheesy. And a lot of people in Call of Duty are around 1 KD players. And I know when I'm at my worst, I play at a 1 KD. I get a kill, die, get a kill, die, get a kill, die. So every time I respawn, I have a frag grenade, maybe 2, and a concussion grenade. This is a game that has shrapnel, which gives you 2 lethals, restock, which replenishes your lethals and tacticals over time, and ammo box, which allows you to refill your tacticals and lethals. Because of this, recently I've been using tune-up with trophy system or battle hardened in EOD, and I always feel like I'm missing out by using EOD because I don't have cold-blooded, and if the enemies get streaks, then I feel like I need to switch to cold-blooded, and then I start getting C4'd again or blown up again by RPGs and whatnot, and I feel like I need to switch back to EOD so I have a higher chance of surviving. Yeah, this is a terrible part of the game, and I've talked about it before, but I do have a proposed fix. I said in a previous video that they can't get rid of it without feeling like they're taking away a feature almost. If you tell people, hey, now it's gonna cost you to use your lethal and tactical, I think most people would be like, hey, that's not cool, now all my classes are fucked up. But there's a way they could do it by adding a feature. Give primary and secondary weapons 7 attachment slots. Then, you guessed it, by using a lethal and tactical, you get rid of 2, or you can just use a lethal not a tactical and only lose 1. And if you use a lethal and tactical, yeah, you go back to having 5 attachments, everything's normal. But give the player the opportunity to have more attachments by ditching their grenades. Imagine your perfect M4 setup, but with 2 more attachment slots. Your M4 would be downright overpowered, but you don't get to throw lethals and tacticals around the map. Advanced Warfare did this by adding the Pick 13 system, where you can have up to 4 score streaks on a class, or you can get rid of all of your score streaks and put those points towards attachments, perks, lethals, tacticals. It was a really clever way to limit killstreak usage because if you added 3 killstreaks, you'd have a basic pick 10 system like the previous Call of Duty games, but if you got rid of your streaks, your classes could be even more powerful, more versatile. And I think that would be an amazing change for Modern Warfare. You can keep your lethal and tactical and nothing will change. But if you get rid of them, you can have 2 more attachments on your weapon. Would you guys still pick lethals and tacticals instead of having 2 more attachments on a gun? I mean, again, picture your favorite setup in Modern Warfare, and then give yourself 2 more options on it. That's an incredible amount of bonuses you can have. Maybe your setup's perfect, but would it be a little bit better with slightly better hipfire, or faster reload speed, a bigger magazine, faster aim down sight time? Just a little bit of bonus here and there on your gun, and the gameplay loop becomes better because you don't have to deal with lethals and tacticals as much because many people, even if just 2 people on the enemy team, decided, I don't want to use frags or tacticals or whatever, I want to use more attachments. Perfect. That means those people are not going to be pelting you with Simtexes every time you round a corner. Every time they think you're, in a building, you're not going to get flashbanged. They're going to have to come and fight you with their very, very versatile weapon. This encourages more gunplay and less tactical spam. And when less people are using lethals and tacticals, you can take battle hardened and EOD off your class. You won't feel quite so reliant on it. Again, if just 2 people on the enemy team stopped, it would be like a 33% decrease when it comes to lethals and tacticals being thrown around the map. And if a weapon really doesn't benefit from having 7 attachments or doesn't need it, then yeah, have a lethal and tactical. But most people run SMGs, LMGs, and assault rifles. And I know I would kill to have 7 attachments on the FAMAS, because the FAMAS feels so fussy to me, and I just wish I could have all of the attachments I like to use for accuracy, plus a larger magazine, plus FMJ, something along those lines. It would just be that much better. I have to focus more on my gun skill and less on throwing grenades everywhere. So yeah, that's the end of this video because I'll just keep reiterating that the entire time. I think if I could take my FAL and put 7 attachments on it, yeah, I would be a formidable FAL player, but you don't have to worry about me concussioning and fragging you. You don't have to worry about having battle-hardened EOD. It's at the point now that I'm just tossing flashbangs in any area I see more than 1 enemy, and yeah, that's a smart thing to do, but it really sucks for them because they can't fight back. There needs to be an incentive for me to not do that, and currently there isn't. It basically says, yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't go into that gunfight with a concussion grenade in hand. Go for it. And you don't even need restock to keep them going. Just use tune-up. If you're playing with friends, have everybody run ammo boxes and tune-up. Oh my god, you're going to be throwing grenades everywhere and they're not going to be able to stop you. Can you imagine a spawn trap in Modern Warfare where the entire enemy team is running tune-up and ammo boxes, so they just have constant volleys of frag grenades and concussions to throw into your spawn? You could do that strategy right now in Modern Warfare, but you could disincentivize that with this change that I'm proposing. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and if I'm off my rocker, go ahead and dislike the video. If you like my stuff though, you like my ideas, you like my voice, you like my sort of don't give a fuck Call of Duty commentary nature, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon. I do like to live stream and I try to have fun when I do that as well. So yeah, see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.